Well, g'day friends, family, loved ones and people in YouTube land. I just want to show you a day's work. So it's not all beer and chips. This is what I dug today. That's a ton of dirt. 10 barrows. Not little baby barrows. I'm feeding the machine. So that's a big Kelso barrow, and here's the drive. So when I showed you the other day, it was back about here. Come back there. So that's all I've got out of it. So that's the drive starting there. So that's 8.5, 6.5, 15 and 10. That's 25 barrows, or nearly 3 cubic meters. See how it expands? Like when it's solid in the wall, but when it comes out, I mean, I just took that little bit out today, and then it expands up to that. So when it comes out of the wall, it springs apart. So 1 meter, square meter will turn into 2. I'll just set this up here and show you what I'm doing. Not quite. Anyhow, I don't know if I can do that. I'll just hang on to it. So basically I sit here and I feed this monster. I'll try again. Got a shelf there. Might be able to. No, probably not. No. Anyhow, I've got to feed it. So up she goes. Feed the chute. So I've got to push a ton of dirt through here. There's about 80 buckets, I think, to the top 45 feet, one every metre. So about 15 metres, yeah, so there's quite a bit of engineering gone in here. It was designed to be used with this little bogger, electric over hydraulic, controls. But we don't use it. We'll get it into service soon. But yeah, so that's what I'll do. Even though I dug all the dirt out of that drive there, I've now got to send it up. Greg's up top, keeping an eye on it up top. So we'll change shift. I'll move half of this, and then I'll go up and make sure all pumps are going and nothing's overflowing, overloading, and stuff like that, which can quite easily happen with an old plant. And yeah, and I'll move a heap of this, and Greg will come down and move the other half, and I'll watch it, and we'll see what's in the jewellery box. That sand layer disappeared into a nice wash layer. It's basically all a wash layer there. You can, if I give you a little rundown here, I'll show you something that you learn. So I don't know if you can see over here the white. Yeah, you can. So that's the volcanic ash layer. That's an eruption, and it goes along, and it goes right up here, comes along too, and goes right up to the roof, right up here. It runs up, see? So basically everything underneath here, underneath that eruption is, see, it's right up there. That's the white powder from the eruption. So everything, you should say everything underneath it is all wash, and you can see all the colours. But right down on the floor here, on the decomposed granite, which you can see there, decomposed granite. Yeah, is like what we call the floor, so everything just above the floor is good. But I had a red sand layer in it, and it looks quite good. So I took a good chunk out of here and here, and so we're going to wash it and see what happens. So yeah, I better get back on the job, feed a bit more dirt in. So that's what we do on a daily process. So this is 10 barrows. Hopefully there's 100 carats of stone in it. There we go. There we go. And the monster, I call her a monster because this is her big teeth. And she scoops it up and then she runs it through the trommel, rolls all the sand out of it, all the rocks out of it. And then the heavy stuff, the sapphires, go into the pulsator and it all gets washed and the heavy stuff sinks, and then it goes out on the shaker table and in the waste pile. So yeah, this will keep me going for an hour or so. This has got a lot of sand in it, so I've learnt to seal the sand in it. I've learnt to go a little bit slower and give the time for the trommel to roll out the sand. You can overfeed it, and too much sand, you've got a lot of berries, too much sand, too much ironstone, too much big rock. So you really got to judge it from day to day on how you do it. So I'll just go a little bit slower and not feed these buckets as much, and don't overload it. Especially with sand, because the sand will just brings everything to a stop. You can destroy machines with sand. Sand's the biggest killer. It blocks everything up, and in she goes. Yeah. So it's nice down here, about 22 degrees. So even though the sweat is just running out of me, I've got my safety hat and glasses on all the time. But yeah, that's that drive I started. So yeah, and there's lots of tunnels around. We can go for an adventure one day. Tunnels and drives everywhere. They're all sort of backfilled. The old drives here, see, they prop it up and backfill it all. They've cut in underneath there. Obviously there was some stone there 50 years ago. Old drives here, backfilled. So well, I'm just honeycombing between that one and this one. That'll take us into another ballroom on the other side. So about 3 meters there. It'll probably take me a couple of weeks, if not more, to get into one of these big ballrooms in there. There's a big ballroom in there. And yeah, it's like a done up over here as well. Anyhow, that's where I was working before. You can just vaguely see it, and in there, got a lot of stone, and in here. So yeah, oh, better feed it a little bit more. Feed the monster. Oh. So you can see that you couldn't see a sapphire down here if your life depended on it, under the LED lights. But upstairs, when they're all stones all washed, all the clay and material, all we should be left with, you can see blue. I can see blue in there through my phone. What's that there? That's a bit of blue clay. What do we got here? A bit of blue clay. Yeah, so that's the blue clay you see in the walls and that. So give that another feed. Anyhow, that's what we do. So it's not all about digging. There's a lot of process. You got to dig it. You got to break that up to manageable pieces. You don't want anything stuck to it. Anything getting lost, being stuck to a rock like that, and getting tipped out in the waste. So we break it all up, and then we send it upstairs. And a bit later on, if I get a really good day, I will show you what we got out of this pile. Anyway, hope you're enjoying. I'll do another few videos on surface mining, on where to go and have a dig if people are interested in coming up, or send me a email, and yeah, I'll help you out. Anyway, better get back to work. Like, share and subscribe. Living the dream. Ciao for now. a day in an underground miner, 45 feet underground. Enjoy.